Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat podcast. My name is Amir. Starting a new series with my boy Martel. It's going to be called the Miami Heat Chronicles. This is going to be a post-game show, so it's going to be a shitty show. So the Miami Heat just lost to the Philadelphia 76ers 105 to 104 in a heartbreaking, disappointing, frustrating loss. So I'm at a loss for words right now. Miami Heat had a 15-point lead. Tough first quarter, but took control in the second quarter. Was up by 15 in the second, up by 14 in the third, up by 10 in the fourth. And we simply just weren't good enough offensively to sustain and hold that lead, Martel. So the Miami Heat are now going to be playing for their lives on Friday against either the Bulls or the Hawks in a single elimination game. What's the consolation prize? Playing the Boston Celtics, the number one seed, the best team in the NBA. What are your thoughts, Martel?
Listen, I don't want to be the guy to be like, the season's over and whatnot, but we saw Jimmy Butler limping up and down the court. To be honest, I'm surprised they didn't take him out. I would have taken him out because once he got that injury, everything kind of changed for the Miami Heat. You could see how the energy went down. Bro, Jimmy Butler had like 5 steals, but it might be over. You know what I mean? And to be honest, I think this is exactly what we deserve. I feel like you can't just say we're going to flip a switch. People told me to shut up on YouTube. They told me to shut up and they told me to stop crying when I said that we need to take the regular season seriously. Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat could have been resting right now. And this is how, bro, people don't understand. Look at every single year, it's always this one injury or two injuries that puts the Miami Heat season or the playoff hopes completely away. I'm telling you, we have to start taking the regular season seriously. And it's either we lose now or we lose later. So what I mean by that is whoever wins with the Bulls and Hawks, we either lose that game or we lose to the Boston Celtics in round one because we cannot beat anybody without a fully healthy Jimmy Butler. There's no way. There's no way on earth. I don't know where, Bam Adebayo has been. I know a lot of people right now on Twitter are cooking Tyler, but at least he put the shots up. Bam Adebayo, he's been missing, I would say, for the last 20 games. Where has Bam really been? And if he's this tired and if he's this exhausted, I don't want to see him play in the Olympics. That means he needs rest. So there's a lot of things going into this offseason to talk about Tyler Herro's availability, Jimmy Butler's, getting Bam Adebayo some help. What are we going to do with Terry? Because the fact that we have no Terry, no Duncan Robinson, no Josh Richardson, now Jimmy Butler, he could miss the next game. Who knows what's going to happen going forward with this Miami Heat roster?
Yeah, that was tough, man. I thought he tore his ACL or something worse. Luckily he was able to play. He gutted it out, man. I'm shocked to your point that he actually played, but he was probably telling Spo that hey, I'm good enough at this point, and we don't want to play Boston, and we want to play against the Knicks because that's our best opportunity and our path for that storyline to get back to the Eastern Conference. I'm not even going to say finals. I was almost going to say finals, but to get back to the Eastern Conference finals potentially, right? And I mean, he gutted it out. 19 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Obviously, he was inefficient, 5 for 18, but he was getting to the line, 5 steals, getting in the passing lanes, stripping Embiid. He looked good enough. And to your point, Tyler Herro had to carry us offensively. People complain about when Tyler takes the most shots because usually when he does that, Martel, what happens? What happens when Tyler takes the most shots? He's
Wait, but
usually
hold on though. Not to cut you off, but
no, go
these
jump
are
in.
the stages where Tyler Herro needs to show up. Remember now, I'm a Tyler Herro guy. I think he's a good young player. Is he a great young player? I don't think so, not yet. But
Exactly.
these are the scenarios where Bam and Tyler are supposed to take us home. Because if you can't do it now, how can we trust you now down the road? If you can't hit the big shots, if you can't close games out, I think Bam Adebayo, he's exhausted. He carried us the whole first half of the season. He was phenomenal. Where is Tyler here? I know he took a lot of shots, and I know he has like 25 points. I know that the stat sheet is going to be
Doesn't mean
somewhat in
shit.
his favor
Doesn't
compared to
mean shit.
points, but it
Yeah.
doesn't mean anything. We lost the game. Tyler, these are the games where we're supposed to be. I think that the role players played well enough. They played well. Kevin Love,
Yes.
DeLon Wright,
Our bench
Caleb
killed it.
Martin, Haywood Heisman. They played well enough for us to win the game. But especially when you see Jimmy Butler hobbled, it's either Tyler or Bam or both of them need to say, yo, listen, we got to take this home. We
And
got to take it home.
let's not talk shit on Tyler, which I want to though, because he deserves some of the shit, especially in the first half. especially the first quarter, he came out so shaky. I don't care about the rust. I don't want to hear about the rust. He's played 5 games. He was crushing it in those 5 games, but he was 0 for 5, like from 3. He had like 2 early turnovers. Freaking Kyle Meatball Lowry stripped him for like was just straight up cookies, and they got a layup on the other end. So yes, he had to shoot 27 shots, 9 for 27. That's 33%. 4 for 14 from 3. That's horrible. 5 turnovers. Yeah, he got 25 points. So Tyler stands are going to be like, oh, you got 25 and 9. Like, I'm going to give him a compliment that he had to do that. And I'm sorry that he was inefficient. But kudos to Tyler, even though I'm talking shit also. I'm going to be objective and I'm going to criticize and praise. That's possible to do. Not on Heat Twitter. So it looks like Martell fell out. But Bam Adebayo, where were you today? 10 points, 12 rebounds. That's amazing. Let me bring Martell back in. Martell, you hopped off. So bringing you back on, I was saying I'm cooking Tyler, but I'm giving him some credit. Where was Bam Adebayo in this game? 10 points, 12 rebounds, 5 for 9. Yes, he had 2 fouls, 2 soft-ass calls because Joel Embiid foul baiting, got those early calls in the first quarter. Yes, I understood Bam had to sit out for most of the first quarter, 6 minutes left in the game. First quarter, had to sit out, didn't come back into the second quarter until like 5 minutes left. Understandable. But Tyler had to take 27 shots because Bam reverted back to old Bam when Brook Lopez guarded him in the playoffs, if you remember. And what was it, the 2021 Bryn Forbes series, right? When we got swept? He literally took 9 shots. So why do you think Tyler took 27? Because one, Jimmy did get hurt. Jimmy gutted it out. So I'm not going to blame Jimmy. And I'm also going to throw that out because Joel Embiid was clearly hurt. Until the fourth quarter, Joel Embiid wasn't doing shit for his standards. 12 points, 8 rebounds. He had 11 or 12 points in the fourth quarter alone. He's an MVP. Of course, he was able to gut it out himself. But where was Bam, Martel? 9 shots is
Well,
not good
I
enough,
think a
right?
lot of people they're gonna point to him guarding Joel Embiid, which is a very good point. But like I said before, I honestly think Bam has not looked like himself the past 20 games. Honestly, with you, I don't know if he's exhausted. I don't know what it is. But like I said, going forward, there's going to be a lot of questions with this Miami Heat roster. What are we going to do with Tyler, Jimmy Butler's, contract extension? Because we're the ones who put ourselves in this situation. This is why you can't just say, yeah, we're going to flip it on and play off Jimmy and all this. I hear people, but this is why we got to take the regular season seriously. If we did, I'm telling, bro, we would have been resting at home right now. We would have been resting at home. A lot of people or Heat fans, they get upset because, guys like me and Trent say this, but it's the truth. Nothing is promised in the NBA. I understand playoff Jimmy is great, and listen, he was looking tough. Jimmy Butler was hustling. When he's playing defense like that, you're gonna win the game. 5 steals, you're gonna win the game. All those fast break buckets he's giving the Miami Heat, of course. But
Mm-hmm.
we go as far as Jimmy Butler takes us. And like I said, I know a lot of people are gonna try to bash Bam, but he's exhausted and he has to guard Joel Embiid. I know that he's hurt, but still, you can't just leave him open. You still have to put 110% into guarding him. So I'm fine with that. I just think that Bam is tired. This roster, like I said, I don't think we have enough talent. Clearly, for some reason, we can't hold on to leads. I don't know if it's a coaching thing. I don't know if it's a player thing. I don't know why we can't hold on to leads. I know that Jimmy Butler got hurt, but even Jaime Jaquez, he played well, taking 1-on-1 with Joel Embiid and stuff like that. It's just, I don't know. This Miami Heat team's up and down, and you never really know what type of team you're gonna get.
Yeah, man, we didn't get enough from Caleb. 5 points, 5 rebounds, only 3 attempts, only 3 shots, man. Like super passive. Like Nikola Jovic, he played fine. I mean, limited minutes. That's what I expected. Like in the playoffs, he'd start, but he only play like 20 minutes or so. That's what I would assume. He played 14, 5 for 5. He played fine, but only 2 attempts, 2 for 2. So the bench played really well. Let's talk about the random scrub Heat killer who was not a scrub in the past. So I'll give him his kudos for being a good, solid NBA player in the past in Nick Batum. But Nick Batum is the reason why we lost this game. Like, ultimately, like, if Nick Batum doesn't score 20 points off the bench for the 76ers, he literally had the second most points on that team, had the most points until Embiid exploded in that fourth quarter, hit that big 3, hit that and one push shot in the paint at the 3-minute mark in the fourth quarter. Nicholas Batum was leading all scorers on the floor. How old is that dude? How old is that French bastard? He's like 35 years old. 6 for 10 from three, 7 for 12 from the field. That tipping freaking layup that he had after that maxi miss when we were up by 4 or 3, actually, bringing it back within 1. That's outside of all the other crap, Martel, that we're talking about, right? Jimmy getting hurt, Tyler missing everything, Bam being, tasked with guarding Embiid and also not shooting a lot and being tired, all that crap, and Caleb not shooting much. Nicholas Batum, bro. Nicholas Batum is the reason why we're either out of the playoffs if we lose on Friday, which that's not going to happen. I don't believe that. And it's the reason why we're playing the number 1 Celtics on the road on Sunday. So what are your thoughts on that, man? Like,
That's
it's
called
always a
veteran
scrub.
leadership.
Always a
No,
scrub.
no, no. But that's why we need veterans in the NBA. Like I know for some reason the NBA wants to push all of them out, but that's why you have guys like Kyle Lowry on your team. All of a sudden now Kyle Lowry wants to hustle and he wants to shoot and he wants to actually be a team player. It's funny how he does that now. But that's why you have guys like Nick Batum. That's why you have guys like Kevin Love, Patty Mills, because in these certain games, their experience, their style of play could take you home. Can all Nicholas Batum was doing was hooping. Can he do that for 82 games? Of course not. But these are the games where veterans show up. That's why it's so important to have veteran leadership. Like I said, I think that the Miami Heat, they're always playing with like one arm tied behind their back. You know what I mean? Like if it's not injuries, well then someone's sick or someone's this or someone's that. That's really all it comes down to. This Miami Heat team has been riddled with injuries the whole Jimmy Butler run, and it's really a shame. We're gonna look back on the Jimmy Butler run and say, "What if?" It's literally all a bunch of what ifs. That's
Always.
all it is. We got Terry Rozier, and all of a sudden now he can't move his neck now. Like
He
what?
slept
When did
wrong.
he even? Yeah, when did he even injure his neck? Like what's
He's
going on?
he's 29. He's not like
Caleb Martin, which Will Manson said it. Caleb Martin's dealing with a wrist injury. We're not even talking about that.
why did Duncan not play tonight? Let me ask you that.
I
He
think
was
I think
available,
it's his back. It's his back.
but why would they say he's gonna play? They actually you saw
Maybe
the
listen.
report
Maybe
almost
he
year.
tried. Maybe he tried to go out there, but guess what? It just wasn't happening. It's like when Terry went out there for what, a few minutes, and then he got pulled out the game. You
Yeah,
know. So this is
he played 22 minutes. That's why it's probably a worse injury. They should have
my
pulled
but
him up 10
my
minutes.
question to you guys and everybody like in the comment section: do we want to lose now or lose later? Because like I said, this team cannot win without a fully healthy Jimmy
No.
Butler. If
What
Jimmy
do you
Butler's
want?
hobbling, what am I on?
What do you
Lose.
want?
It's either you lose now. Or, listen. I would rather lose later. I mean, lose right now. I would
No,
rather us lose to the Hawks or Bulls than have to
stop it.
go into the playoffs and go play a fully healthy Boston Celtics squad when Jimmy Butler's hobbling.
Stop it. I don't care. I still want to see more Miami Heat basketball. Stop that. You don't
I
mean that.
hear you, but
I know
it's still
you. You
painful.
don't mean that shit. Stop it.
It's
You don't
still
mean.
painful, bro. It's painful, bro, to
Of
watch us
course
lose
it
on.
is. If Jimmy's done, if he's because he had, I was talking to Ernest on uh, texting whatever during the game, and he's like, he got that shot, like he's playing through it. But you obviously saw in the third, fourth quarter, or especially the fourth quarter, he was slowing down a little bit, right? So like, if he's done, we're cooked. Obviously, we need playoff Jimmy to carry this team. This team has been egregious offensively. We're talking to Will Manso, Miami Heat reporter, yesterday, and what did he say? He said, "We don't want this game to be a 90 style game," which it basically was. Like he said, "I don't want it to be
Oh,
95 to 99. Like 104 to 105 is
but look,
basically the same thing, right?"
and this is what people also don't understand. We've had plenty of opportunities to get the sixth seed. Why did Jim? So this is my question, right? Why did Jimmy Butler wait till now to start playing? Because clearly you can see the difference. Why did he wait till
Before he
now
got
when
hurt. Before he got hurt.
we had all these opportunities to get out of the playing tournament? Why did he wait till now? And it all comes down to effort. I don't care what anyone wants to say. This is why when people tell me to shut up on YouTube, I'm like, why? Why? You can clearly see the difference from in his effort, his play style, his energy. Why did he wait till now to start trying to actually play basketball? How come 10 games ago when bro, we would have been out of the playing tournament at home right now? That's my question to you, Amir. Why do you think he started to try now? Why?
He's given the keys to the castle. He could do what he wants, apparently. Like, I don't know.
Well, then that's a problem. I know a lot of people are going to say no, but Jimmy Butler, He's been great for us, and I understand that. But this team is not constructed to play the way he's operating. You see what I'm saying? We go as far as he takes us. I
Yeah.
understand what he says when he believes in his teammates. I do too, but you can clearly see Tyler Hero. Yeah, he's good, but is he going to win you a game? I have yet to see
No,
it. I have
he's
yet
not
to
good
see
enough.
it.
He's
Bam
not good enough.
Adebayo's exhausted. Anyone says Bam Adebayo's not even shooting the ball anymore. He's exhausted.
Yeah, man, this is just tough pill to swallow. Like I'm looking at the box, Maxi. If I told you Maxi was going to have, he had 19 points, but 6 for 16, Martel, 1 for 6 from three, 3 turnovers. Joel Embiid, I mean, of course, it was all in the fourth quarter, 23 and 15 and 5, but he had 12 points, like I said, right? So he had 11 or 12 points, 11 points. He had 12 in the fourth. He was 6 for 17, but of course he was 9 for 10. Maxi was 6 for 6. I think free throws were big also in this game. Like they shot only 4 more, so I'm not saying they got way more foul calls, but they shot 91% from the line. We shot 74. Those 2 free throws that Caleb missed for the free chicken got those stupid ass fans into the game, and then Nicholas Batum hit a 3 after that, and they literally cut that margin from like 8 points to like 3 within like 40 seconds after missing those 2 free throws. So like huge, but whatever, man. Let's talk real quick about Friday. So I kind of know where you stand, but just I don't know what the score is real quick. Let me pull up my phone real quick and see what the box score is. I'd rather play the Hawks, and they're down by 6, 48-42. Also, Jimmy Butler to have an MRI on knee. Basically, I just saw that pop up right now. But
Bro, like this is crazy, man. I'm telling you. Sorry to cut you off, bro, but I'm just very upset because, like I said, I honestly thought we could have won a championship in one of these runs, and all these Jimmy Butler runs. If we didn't get injured, if all of our players stayed healthy, especially when we had PJ Tucker, I honestly felt like if the team was at least playable, I think we would have won a championship at least one time out of all
yeah,
these Jimmy Butler
especially
runs.
the
But
LA one, man. Especially with Bam and
yeah,
Dragic
man,
getting hurt, man.
it's a
Dragic
shame.
the averages. Dragic was averaging 23 points per game in the bubble in across 3 rounds, right? Like he was our number one scorer, and then of course he misses 3 games in the finals, and Bam misses 1.5, which is enough. But Jimmy said, Jimmy to have an MRI on his knee, it had me feeling that I couldn't do too much. Like, yeah, I get it. Like that sucks because to your point, Martel, what was Jimmy doing? What was Jimmy doing? He was in the passing lanes. What is a barometer of Jimmy Butler trying? Stealing the ball, playing defense. Who did Martel answer this? Who did Jimmy start guarding when the whistle blew? When who was
Maxi, and that's what I'm trying to explain to Heat fans. They want to tell me to shut up on YouTube and I don't know basketball and play off Jimmy, but you can clearly see Jimmy Butler took this game personal when he's playing
he
on both
wanted it
ends.
before he got hurt?
Yeah,
He
you can clearly see. I haven't seen Jimmy play like this on defense in a long time.
wanted it.
In a very long, I haven't seen him
Not
play
since that
defense like
Pelicans
this.
game where he got ejected in the
That's it. I
in the
haven't seen
fourth
him
quarter.
really play defense like that.
That's March.
So why are we allowing players to not play deep? Think about it. Miami Heat fans are glorifying playoff Jimmy, and all Jimmy is doing is bragging. Think about it. On the magazines now, he's bragging. On the commercials, he's bragging about pretty much him not playing during the regular season and not taking that seriously. When did the Miami Heat start doing that? Big O said it, that this wouldn't be going down when Alonzo was here. Ethan said it. Why are we allowing him to brag about not playing during the regular season? Why?
I hate that. I hate
Why?
that.
He's bragging now. Commercials. Bragging about not taking the regular season seriously. And I'm telling you guys, people don't understand. Why couldn't we play like this 5 games ago, 6 games ago? We lost to the Mavericks. We lost to the Pacers. We lost to Philly. Why is he playing now? And then boom, he's injured, and now everybody wants to cry about it. No, the Miami Heat, they made the bed, so it's time to lay in it. It's unfortunate, and this is giving me 2021 vibes.
Yeah, man. This is also giving me Jimmy, even though it's not the playoffs, landing on Josh Hart's ankle vibes, and he's going to be
Same
compromised.
vibes.
He's going to be compromised even if we win against Hawks or Bulls Friday, which I believe we will. He's going to be hobbled already in the first round. So, how do you expect the Heat to make a deep run? I'm not going to stop believing Martel. I'm going to talk shit on this team, which I'm doing right now. You can tell from my voice. Do I sound positive? No, I'm talking shit. I'm being objective. I am biased. I am a Heat fan. I'm not a reporter, so I'm not trying to be as objective as possible. But I'm still I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt, but if Jimmy is compromised and he's playing at 70% or even 80%, we're done. We needed a 100%, and that's not me being negative. That's not me. That's just me being real, right? Like if Jimmy is
No,
not a
but think about it.
with his team, right? Like if he's 80%, sorry, that's not good enough. I we can't beat Boston with no Rozier. Rozier's banged up. Duncan's banged up. We're always injured. Now Jimmy's hurt and playing at even if he's playing at 80%, that's not good enough to beat the Boston Celtics when they have home court advantage, right? I mean, like it's just like I don't want to say it's over. Like I'm with the Miami Heat until the wheels fall the fuck off, and it has not fallen off yet, but it's damn near falling off at this point. I think we have 2 wheels left at this point. Martel, give me your prediction for Friday. I know you mentioned you'd rather rip the band-aid off and just have them lose now versus later, which is like understandable to a certain degree, but do you think the Miami Heat beat either the Bulls or the Hawks on Friday? What are your thoughts? Are we done?
They can, but like I said, man, that Jimmy Butler injury is very crucial. Him limping like that, it could be over. You listen, I'm a Heat fan. I love the Miami Heat just like y'all, but it could be over, unfortunately. Um, and the fact that we don't really know, even though Duncan was a quote unquote available, he didn't play. Obviously, that back is still bothering him. And same thing with Terry. I'm not even hearing Terry day to day or anything, so his neck is pretty much cooked too.
Yeah,
Like I said, when we look back at this build, it's going to be a bunch of what ifs, unfortunately.
yeah, man. I just hope Jimmy's okay and the MRI comes clean, dude. Because screw the Bulls, screw the Hawks. We're winning on Friday. We're gonna go to Boston on Sunday. We're gonna play the Boston Celtics, and we're gonna freaking give it our all as long as Jimmy is capable and at least 70%. Who the hell knows? We need Tyler. We need Terry Rozier. We need Bam Adebayo to carry this team. I hope Terry and Duncan come back by Sunday. I'm assuming they're not going to play on Friday. Jimmy Butler might not even play on Friday. Who the hell knows at
Hey,
this
but I'm gonna be realistic with you. If Terry and Duncan don't play now,
they're not
that's you
fucking
see what I'm saying. If they're not playing now, what are we waiting for? You see what I'm saying? If they're not gonna play now, it is what it is. You see what I'm saying? I can't count on those guys to actually help us now. If they're not playing now, especially if they're not playing on this next game, yeah, man, we're gonna have some issues.
I feel you, man. So I think we're going to win whoever plays on Friday. I'm sure Jimmy will play as it will be a must-win game now because it's going to be an elimination game, unlike today, technically. So I'm assuming we're going to play Boston on Sunday. That means if we play Boston on Sunday, we'll probably play game 2 on Tuesday in Boston. We'll probably get a day off on Wednesday. Thursday will be the first game in Miami, game 3. And then maybe Saturday will be game 4 in Miami. Martel, if the Miami Heat are not down 0-2 or 0-3 by then, I will buy a ticket and fly to Miami, and we should go to that game together. If you can, are you working? Well,
We
on
shall
that
see, brother.
Saturday, let's go. We're gonna go to that game. I'm gonna meet you in person, my friend, and we'll
Which
go to that.
Saturday is it? Wouldn't it be this coming Saturday?
No. If we play the Celtics on Sun, if we beat whoever on Friday, we would play the Celtics on Sunday, and then so
Next Sunday,
game.
right?
No, this Sunday. There's no rest. That's why the shitty.
Oh
It's this
yes,
weekend,
man.
bro.
I mean,
That's why
no,
we had.
yeah. No, you're right. So then, technically, if we play them Sunday, okay, then 2 games, Monday, two. So then,
Sunday,
technically, we should
Tuesday.
be in Miami on Friday, probably, possibly, correct?
Yeah, well Thursday possibly Thursday or Friday for game 1, Sunday for game 2 or Saturday. Whatever it is, I'm going to fly out there. Hopefully we can me and Ernest can go to that game and
Sounds good, brother.
watch our team get our ass beat probably by the Celtics. But we'll see. I'm going to have some faith. I think we're going to win Friday. Who the hell knows, but this offense is egregious. And we fucking blew it tonight. So, it sucks. It is what it is. We're still alive. Let's see what can happen, man. This Miami Heat team always makes it hard, so we'll see. But anyway, Martel, any last words? Per
Make sure
usual,
you guys like, share, comment, subscribe. Get him near to 10,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for everything.
10,000. Give me to 2,000 first. Get Martel to 4,000. On our way to 10 eventually. Thank you, Martel. Have a good night, man.